Welcome to this week's energy forecast for the week of February 22nd through the 28th. We are here at the final week of February 2026. It's been like the perfect month, right? We started on a Sunday, we're ending on a Saturday, 4 perfect weeks, but it hasn't maybe felt all that perfect to just everyone, because this 3 energy that is running through and streaming through the entire month is creating a bit of chaos, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of, oh, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That 3 is a creative engine, and it is ultimately up in the head where we are overthinking, questioning everything, not quite sure. But the 3 really wants us to create. And the creative process, we don't actually know what it's going to look like. The final project, we don't know what it's going to look like. And so this 3 really wants us to be playful, have fun, celebrate, move even though we don't know the answers, to make decisions even though we might be doubting ourselves. All of these energies are flowing through the month of February. So we have one more week of this. And then again, as we land into Mercury Retrograde this week, there's a little bit of shift in energy before we move into March. So hello, as you are joining me live, let me know you are here. Say hello. I'm back home in my home in Canada. It is freezing fucking cold outside. Not for long though. I live in the Mexico of Canada. Aloha, Timothy. Nice to see you. Hello. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down by the year, by the month, and then by the week, as I do a high-level overview of the week. If you don't know me, if you've just met me, I translate all the energy into something tangible, action-wise, that you can go and do. If you are inside the Daily Digits membership, of course, that's where you're going to get the day-by-day breakdown with revenue moves, content prompts, and all the things that you need to be doing to move the needle on your business and your life and capture all the juice out of fucking life. So let's dive in. If you are staying with me live, I will be pulling cards for those of you who are here at the end. All right. So, hello 2026. Feels a lot different than 2025, right? And for those of you who have been following along and paying attention to what the internet has to say, the year of the horse just landed last week. Honestly, I was on an airplane. I was waiting at the baggage claim at 1 a.m. My bag didn't show up. I was in no mood for a fucking horse. I really wasn't. So if you are feeling like, maybe I missed out on it, I didn't actually capture that energy on Tuesday, don't worry about it. It is the year of the horse. You have a year. It's all good. You didn't miss fucking anything. But we are in the full energy of 2026 now. And we're feeling it. It's different. It's got a different flavor, a different taste, a different essence to it than 2025 did. And what it's inviting us into, this one energy, one is a physical energy, and it's about new beginnings, fresh starts, new innovations, curiosity, adventure, play. And it's asking us to make moves without knowing all the answers. And that can be tricky, right? When you don't know and you're like, oh, should I go do that? I don't know. It's inviting in self-trust. Do you trust yourself to lead yourself through any situation, even when you don't know what the fuck you're doing? I'm currently learning Spanish. I went to Mexico for 2 weeks. That was entertaining. Trying to speak a language that I don't know, having people laugh at me, right? This is the energy of that we're experiencing in this one energy of just trying new things, being playful with it, being curious with it, being open to experiencing the full spectrum of what that looks like, including getting laughed at. But also to learn a new skill, we've got to fall flat on our face sometimes. It's simply the way that life is. And isn't that the beauty of it, that we get to find out? Another thing that happened while I was in Mexico is we went on an ATV tour. So we're in this razor and we're all up in the mountains in the jungle. We had no clue what we were doing. We paid for this tour and there were like no instructions. They basically just said, get in the razor and follow us. So off we are up in the fucking jungle. No clue where we're going, why we're up there, no clue how we're going to get back. end up doing a tequila tasting while operating an ATV. I don't know that that was the safest thing to do, but that's what they took us. There were like swimming pools up in the jungle. It was the craziest thing. And this is the beauty of this one energy, is it brings us into this adventure energy where you don't know how it's going to turn out. But if you sit back and you wait and you don't take action and you don't lean into the curiosity and the fun and the play, you're gonna miss out on all the opportunities that are available to you. So the invitation here is to just fucking try. Just try. What's the worst that can happen? Somebody might laugh at you. You might fall on your face. But you know what? You've done hard things. I know you have. If you are here and you are watching, you have done hard things. So, is it really that hard to try something new? So, that's the energy of 2026. Now, let's look at February's energy. I talked about this a little bit at the beginning. February carries the energy of the 3. The 3 is a creative engine. It's also an amplifier. So it's going to amplify anything that you're thinking or feeling. Now, as a human being, you have the superpower to be able to choose what you're thinking and feeling in any given moment. But we as human beings have a tendency to go, I don't want that, that sucks, I don't like that, instead of focusing on all the things that we love, that we're grateful for, that we're celebrating. How many of you, especially my clients who are on this live right now, how many of you forget to celebrate? 3 energy wants us to celebrate, to honor, to feel joy, to really tap into the bliss that is life. Amy, don't look at me. Busted, right? I expect a gratitude rampage soon. So this 3 energy also invites in collaboration, connection, authenticity. It's that self-expression engine. And so creating content, sharing your truth, expressing yourself, but also that 3 says, but I'm not sure, I don't know. Is that the right move? Did I do it right? So it comes in with both of these energies and you get to pick which direction you go. I don't know about you, but I'm going to choose celebration, bliss, joy, play, all of the fun. I'm going to be amplifying that all the rest of the month. I've been doing that all month. I'm not going to stop now. Why would I? All right, so let's break it down into the weekly breakdown, the weekly energy. Now, I am just giving a high-level overview of what the week entails. As I break this down, if you are interested in the day-by-day breakdown with actual tangible revenue moves, engagement prompts, actions that you can take behind the scenes in your business to capitalize on this energy, then you need to be inside the Daily Digits membership. This is the place where I give you the actual tangible steps day by day so that you can capitalize on this and maximize the ROI, not just of your business, but of your entire fucking life. DM me for the link. Okay. But this week, we begin this week in Diamond's energy. So Diamond's energy is very much about the physical, about what we value. It's about our body, our physical environment, the bank account, what we decide is most important. And then as we shift into Mercury Retrograde midweek, we also move into Club's energy, which is more mental energy, where what we're thinking, how we communicate, how we share ideas. And so we've got this shift in energy midweek before we move into the month of March. But we begin the week with more of a sense of legacy and a reminder to think big picture. As you're building a business, you're building a life, it's really easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, the mundane, I've got to get content up, I've got to sell my offer, I've got to talk to this client, I've got to make sure that this is done, I got to figure out what I'm making for dinner, like all these things that we do every single day, right? And we tend to put our nose to the grindstone and forget why the fuck we're doing it in the first place. We forget the legacy that we're building it for. What do you want to be remembered for? What do you desire for people to think when they think of you? What are you looking to build over the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What do you want to experience when you slide into your deathbed? What do you want? What are you going to regret, and how can you not regret that by taking action on it now? That's the kind of energy that we begin the week. So we want to start this week with setting up some sort of move, taking an action, whether it be making a decision, investing in something, doing something that your future self is going to thank you for, that's going to set you up for the end of the year. So as an example, I've made a recent crazy big investment that I'm super excited about. It's top secret right now, but I will be sharing more about that later. But that's the kind of move that I'm talking about. This is a move that I know is going to set me up for something in October that's going to change the entire fucking trajectory of my life. Not just my business, but my life. And this is the kind of move that we're looking at. So make a decision, make some sort of move at the beginning of the week, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter, but set yourself up so that your future self thanks you. Now, lean into structures this week that are supportive. If you notice anything that maybe just isn't working for you anymore, whether that be how you're posting content, or if you've got a content calendar that's just kind of feeling a little flat, or if you've been doing things a certain way and you're bored as fuck with it, switch things up a little bit, change some structure around so that you've got some ways of supporting yourself as you move forward with this new decision that you're making. Now, Mercury Retrograde, we're already feeling the effects of it in the shadow, but it lands on Wednesday as we shift into Club's energy. So that Club's energy, again, is very mentally focused. It's how we communicate, how we express ourselves. And Mercury Retrograde this time around is in a water sign, which means it's very emotionally driven. What does that mean? We're going to be all up in our head, but also feeling all the feelings. Yes, and here's how you can use that to your advantage, because we don't want to just be up in our heads and feeling all our feelings and then be like, bleh. We need to be able to tangibly, practically use that to capitalize on our business and our life. So what does that mean? Well, thinking your way through content isn't going to work anymore. Strategizing your way through without any heart behind it isn't gonna do the trick anymore. You've got to be expressing yourself from your heart, from your conviction, from your authenticity, from the truth of who you are, from less from the lens of this is strategic, and so therefore I'm going to say the right words, I'm going to perfect exactly what I need to say, and I'm going to use ChatGPT to figure out my sales content. But none of that's going to fucking work. Please don't use ChatGPT to create content. Ugh. Ugh. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Intuition is going to be your biggest friend, your biggest friend. As we move into the end of the week, do not underestimate your intuition. Now, if you think for some reason, but I'm not intuitive, bullshit. Every single human, it is a sense that you carry. It's like a muscle. So if you haven't used that muscle in a while, then of course you're going to feel like you're not intuitive, but it's a muscle that can be developed. So don't underestimate it. Every single fucking human on the planet is intuitive. That's part of being human. So use that tool, use that muscle, and all you have to do really to use that muscle is stop moving for a minute and shut the fuck up so that you can be quiet and actually listen. Your intuition speaks to you through your heart, through your body. It speaks to you in signs and symbols. It speaks to you in the whisper. It's very quiet. Your ego's gonna fucking yell at you and tell you, that's your ego. We're not listening to that. We're listening to the intuition. Now, Friday of this week is a huge creative window. Use Friday strategically. Do not wake up Friday morning and be like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to do a million things. That's the type of energy that's available. But what's also available is being intentional with it so that you can use it and capture it for content batching, sales page, offer creation, something that allows you to express yourself in a big, big way. So use Friday for that type of activity. And then Saturday, as we wrap up the month and begin to move into the 4 energy of March, which I'll be talking about next week, create some space. reflect on the month before, reflect on your wins, regroup, look at what's working and what's not working, and just spend a little time to settle in before we move into the month ahead. So that is next week. I'm super excited. I am really looking forward to March energy. I am a ruling number 4, which is the energy of March. So that 4 energy just makes me really happy. And also, it's my birthday month, so it's going to be a celebration. All right, for those of you who are